Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel if you've been here before. This is Living in Denver, Colorado. Today, super fun video. We're gonna cover the 5 things you need to know when relocating to Colorado.
Let's do it, guys. What's up, guys? It's the Mile High Property Brothers coming back at you with another video today. I am Eli Schmidt. This is my business partner, Will Grimes. And if it's your first time visiting the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. We come out with videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and we tell you everything there is to know about living or moving to the Colorado area.
Especially based off of your guys' needs and things that we're hearing from you guys that watch the channel. So super in real-time advice. As much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you guys with your real estate needs. We are licensed brokers. So this number that's below on the video, we are the ones that answer the phone call. We are the guys that answer the text messages, or if you're on our website, from the link in the comments, we do answer emails from the website. So with that being said, we're going to jump right into it. But again, appreciate all the support, and anybody that needs help, we would love to help you guys. But getting right into it, 5 things you guys need to know when relocating to Colorado. And it's not just costs, it's not just taxes, it's like legitimate stuff we're seeing from people that have already relocated. What are their common questions, and what are some challenges they have that we can help prep you guys for prior to getting here?
Just kind of give you the process as far as how we help and have helped a lot of you guys that are coming in here. So 99% of the people that we help are moving from out of state. The bonus to calling us is you have a couple of locals here that are more than willing to give not only just the facts and the data, but also personal opinion from him being a native, me living here for 20 plus years, as far as what some areas that we think might be good for you. So diving into the first thing that you need to kind of figure out, and that's just dialing in the area. So determine your area.
Number one,
Determine
your area.
Yes, exactly. So a lot of times, guys, that initial conversation starts off with, where are you going to be working? Now, this is raising kind of a bigger question for people, because a lot of people are moving here because they can work remotely from home. So a lot of people, like coming from California, for example, they can keep their California income, but they're moving to Colorado.
Correct, or not. Maybe you have a job that has to be in person here in Colorado.
Yep.
However, what you don't know is just transportation and economics in Colorado. So for an example, 470, I-70, I-25, Parker Road that turns into Leedsdale, which turns into Spear. There's a lot of different ways for you to get down to downtown Denver, to Rhino, to Denver Tech Center, to Southeast Aurora and back. Wherever you're going, there's more ways than just the highways that get you there. If you're coming from California, if you can't hop on the 405 or I-5, you can't go anywhere, right? So a lot different out here. So the commute, or what you think might be the commute, is definitely not what you expect. So be open-minded when it comes to that, and obviously get advice, like talking to us on phones. Normally we get to you guys on a Zoom call. And we go over all your wants and needs and just your situation, and we're able to really advise you guys on, hey, based off your needs or what you have to do in person or not in person with your workload, we can really help you guys navigate that, which might open up some different areas you might not thought were for you. You end up falling in love with those areas, and they're more than workable. So being open-minded, asking the right question, asking tons of questions, and just getting some good context on how do we determine what area is best for us.
And
for you, not for us. For you.
Number 2. What is it?
Number 2.
You got better voice for that.
Number 2.
Finding your home.
Yes.
Now that we've determined what area you're going to want to be in, now we need to help dial in the actual home and kind of go over what that process looks like for you. So a lot of times people come and they'll visit first. We've got a gentleman coming in this weekend, 2 people coming in, 3 people coming in this weekend. Jeez. Not making
no more
that up
videos,
either.
we're too busy.
And we're going to be able to go out and actually show them a few different areas. A lot of times people are able to dial in the actual city that they like and dial it down to like 2 or 3 spots.
Right.
So when you come in to visit, we're going to look at a couple homes in each of those spots. We're going to point you in the direction and give you guys some homework as far as some cool local shopping centers you should check out, some cool nature spots. So that's one way to do it. Come and visit first.
Yep.
The second way would be totally sight unseen. We have people do that more often than you would think.
We have FaceTime calls all the time where we're walking you not only through an area, we're walking you through a home. And believe it or not, super proficient, and folks have bought unseen. And when they actually do go under contract and then they close on it and they come see it for the first time, they're super happy with the product. So FaceTime and video calls and us just being honest with what we see and some things that are pros and cons about the house and just being as honest with you guys as possible. Super doable if it's needed. I love recommending coming first and getting a feel for areas and just the atmospherics about it and whether it's for you or not. However, if that's not possible, don't be afraid of purchasing a home. Technology and FaceTimes and conversations go a lot further than people think.
It's true. And to that, we're honest guys, but especially on those calls, we're extra honest. So there's things that you would notice driving up to a property in person that you may not notice on FaceTime unless we point it out. So for example, if the neighbor across the street has 5 cars parked outside that he's working on all of them, we're going to point it out. If we go inside and there's a slight cat smell or cigarette smoke or something, we're going to talk about it. All those little things, guys, that you really want to experience, we're super honest with that stuff, especially on those FaceTime walkthroughs. So if that helps ease any of your concerns, that's a good route for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
The second way is kind of a hybrid of both. So we can start off doing FaceTime walkthroughs, dial in the house, get you super close, get that house under contract. And then Colorado is a very buyer-friendly state, meaning once you go under contract on a house, it just means you guys are kind of working together to get to the closing table. It doesn't mean you bought the house.
No, just things that just are not doable. Obviously, you can follow the contract, get your earnest money back. However, what's more importantly is if you love the home, just orient you guys to the area and where your stores are at, where the parks are at, how you would commute to work, and then just taking you guys through some of that tour in addition to the home. Usually works phenomenal. Have not had someone remote yet fall out of contract. So anybody that's bought a home from us that had to do it sight unseen, we have not had anybody fall out of contract. So that when they do come in person, it's more about just orienting them to their neighborhood and where everything is and how they're going to approach work or anything else, and it tends to be pretty fun.
So we've determined the area, we've found the house. Now you've moved here to Colorado. Now it is time to
Number 3.
Getting acclimated.
Get acclimated.
That's right.
You took my line. You took my line.
I'm sorry.
Why am I even here?
You serve a lot of purposes. Well, multifaceted.
Thank you.
He's like a fine
Thank
diamond.
you for my service.
He's like a fine diamond, multifaceted. So getting acclimated, guys. We get a lot of questions about hydration. We get a lot of questions about the dryness, the altitude out here, stuff along those lines. So because of how much people talk about it, it gets blown way out of proportion. I had this guy like really concerned about how dry his skin was going to be out here.
Sorry, my lips are a little dry.
As long as you got some chapstick on once in a while or some lotion after the shower, you're going to
be Men who are concerned with their skin, talk to Eli. He's super sensitive about it. He'll have great lotions and everything else for you. I'm not your guy. I'm not your guy for that, but I'll find you your house.
Ask about my nightly skincare routine.
Yes, but chapstick, lotion, general hygiene, and just getting acclimated to a drier atmosphere. Obviously, and then like you would think, sunscreen. In the summers out here, the altitude is higher, so even if you think it's not that hot, you're closer to the sun. You can still burn. And in the winter, if you're going snowboarding or skiing, or if you're going to be outside a lot and it's winter time and it's not very hot, the reflection off of the snow will actually burn the crap out of you. So making sure that you're prepared in the winter with outdoor activities and still wearing sunscreen. Even when it's cold, believe it or not, is super huge. And then, if you're not acclimated to altitude, you're going to be out of breath a little bit, especially if you're exercising. Just making sure that you're staying hydrated, drinking plenty of water.
Yep. But again, guys, your body acclimates to that just after a couple of weeks. So again, it's not something to be overly concerned with.
Technically, it's like 32 days.
Yeah, your body is going to adjust pretty quickly.
Correct. Number 4. Preparing for weather.
All right, so preparing for weather, what does that look like, guys? First of all, we just did a weather in Colorado video that just posted, so definitely watch that out. It's our last posting. But just to kind of recap, we have 4 distinct seasons in Colorado. We all know there's 4 seasons, but very few states actually go through them all. We have hot summers, hot and dry summers, and we have cold and kind of snowy winters, but not terrible, and an amazing fall time and springtime.
And with winter, the sun comes back out, the snow tends to stay for a couple days, it gets melted off, but just make sure you're prepared for shoveling. Again, we say in all of our videos when it comes to weather or homes, if you have a home that faces north, it's okay. It tends to have a little bit more shade based off of how sunrise and sunset is here in Colorado. You are going to have more snow on your front porch and on your driveway. However, the south side of your house, where your back patio is, will be sunny and phenomenal. But just be prepared for shoveling and salt and things like that. It does go away. And in the late spring, we get a lot of snow, and it's a lot of wet snow. So just realize, if you're not trimming your trees and your bushes, a lot of that wet snow in the early spring, late winter, will actually break your tree branches and break your bushes. So it's good to just make sure that your upkeep of your landscape is where it needs to be, especially late winter. Make sure you're prepped. That way you're not breaking all that stuff or all that money that you spent on your landscaping. But just food for thought there, especially, and that's the one that pisses me off the most, I'll be honest with you. Late winter, early spring, wet snow, phenomenal for snowballs. Yeah. Not phenomenal for having to show and how heavy it gets. And if your branches on your trees or your landscape is not taken care of, it'll get damaged. Please be careful of that. Be cognizant. Obviously, still get your sprinklers blown out and all that good stuff. But that's the one that really just pisses me off. So hopefully you guys are prepared for that one. Not a huge deal, but if you let it go, it could be.
I'm glad you brought up the home maintenance part of it, because another big one out here with all the moisture that we do get, guys, is drainage away from your home.
Yeah.
So when you have the gutters that go around your roof that collect all the water and they come down the downspout, make sure you've got the downspout extension, the extra long piece that's going to take the moisture away from your home. We had a structural engineer one time. We're going around a property, and he said, if everyone in Colorado had downspout extensions on their home, I would be out of a job. They can cause that many foundation issues, because we do get a lot of rain in the springtime, and then the drainage
snow that
from
melts
the snow
all the time.
And if that's just dropping off right by each of the corners of your home, it's not going to be good. So make sure you have those installed. And then lastly, with weather, a vehicle. A lot of you guys have been asking, do you need a four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive vehicle when you move out here? Short answer, no. But in the wintertime, we would recommend putting snow tires on a two-wheel drive vehicle, because you don't want to be that guy in the Ford Taurus or whatever spinning your wheels at the stoplight.
Yeah.
When everyone's waiting on you to go.
Depending on your neighborhood, if your HOA does plow your neighborhood, you're in a great spot. All main roads are usually phenomenal. They do a great job out here at preparing those. If your HOA does not cover plowing, if you can get out of your neighborhood and onto a main road, you're usually fine during the winter. Again, it melts within a couple of days, but depending on how active you want to be, all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive is still a plus, especially if you want to go to the mountains and go skiing or snowboarding or whatever you like. You're definitely not doing that commute if you don't have all-wheel or four-wheel drive. So something to look forward to, be prepared of. I would prefer, or myself, being all-wheel or four-wheel drive, just to make sure I'm taken care of. Number 5.
Two things.
Well, get prepared to be active. Number 5. We say that? Number 5.
There you go.
Be prepared to be active and get outside, have a great time. In all 4 seasons, including winter, there's a lot of fun stuff in the mountains and lodging in cabins and everything that you'd like to do. And get a dog. That's my thing. Get a dog. If you don't have a dog, get a dog. Colorado's very dog friendly. Yep. It's a man's best friend. Brings a lot of light into your life. They're a lot of fun, unless they eat your couch. Side note.
It happened to both of us.
Happened to both of us with the same couch. Weird. Long story.
Not
Side note.
Couch,
bottom line is, get outside, have a great time. Get a dog. Colorado loves dogs. They even let dogs into some restaurants and let you mingle. They've got a lot of great outdoor dog parks, and a dog is going to force you to be active and enjoy it, versus maybe if you don't. So
between hiking and trail running and paddle boarding at all the local reservoirs that we have, and snowboarding and skiing and mountain biking and whitewater rafting, you can literally do everything out here minus maybe surfing.
Correct.
So definitely, when you come out here, part of just the fun of being in Colorado is all the awesome stuff there is to do. And if you're new to the state, you're probably going to want to meet some friends. So there's a ton of good local meetup groups. Despite COVID, there's still groups that go out hiking and that go out mountain climbing to mountain climbing gyms, or real mountain climbing out in nature, skiing, snowboarding, all that stuff, guys. It's part of being in Colorado, so make sure you get the full experience.
More importantly than friends, as a best friend, get a dog. Enjoy.
That was me.
No. Get a dog. Not kind of you. Get a dog. Have a great time. Guys, with that being said, that's our video for the top 5 things when relocating to Colorado and what to think about. Obviously, if you have any questions, right? The number below, we do answer calls and text messages. We would love to help you guys with your real estate needs. We would love to see you guys here in Colorado enjoying yourself and having a great time and set up for success with your home. So until the next video, this is what we have for now. We will see you guys on the next one.
See ya.